Hello there! While Bridget Morrissey is busy behind the scenes producing nautical tales and nature trails, recreation in southeastern Connecticut and southern Rhode Island, I'm her avatar here to introduce today's show. We are excited to bring you highlights from one of Mystic's most anticipated events, the Mystic Irish Parade. Stay tuned and enjoy as we delve into the vibrant culture and festivities of this beloved parade.
Thank you, Bridget AI, and welcome to Nautical Tales and Nature Trails, recreation in southeastern Connecticut and southern Rhode Island. Bridget is up and down the coast all the time helping people find their dream home, and she goes by so many different attractions, and a lot of people don't know that they're here. So we put together a book for you, and we've got this show. We'd like to let you know what's going on in the area. And one of our favorite events of the whole year is coming up this weekend, and it's the Mystic Irish Parade. And today we have the president of the Mystic Irish Parade Foundation, Leo Roach, and we've got the Grand Marshal of the 2024 Mystic Irish Parade, Bill Turner. Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
You've got to be looking forward to this weekend, huh?
It's a big weekend coming up.
Yeah,
big weekend. So we're really looking forward to it.
Pretty excited about it too. Let's let people know what's going on. Bridget and Mike, if you could run that video for us about the Mystic Irish Parade, and we'll let people know what's going on.
The festivities kick off at 1 p.m. at the Mystic Seaport South parking lot. From there, the vibrant floats and marchers make their way down Greenmanville Avenue, Willow, Broadway, East Main, crossing the Bascule Bridge and converging into the heart of downtown Mystic. Always expect a parade that surpasses all previous ones, featuring live Irish music, lively dancing, and an array of other captivating attractions.
Well, you've got all kinds of bagpipes and drums and fife and drums. Oh, lots of different bands coming. How many people do you have that put this together?
We have, as regards, with altogether, there's going to be like 2,000 people participating between all different bands. We got a lot of pipe bands. We have, different groups, obviously from Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Connecticut.
A lot of flag waving going on at these parades.
A lot of flag waving, and as you see there as well, we have pipe and drums, and then you get the fife and drums.
Well, you've got a lot of different bagpipe groups coming in. And if you like Irish music, you're going to love the Mystic Irish Parade. Like I said, it's one of our favorite events of the whole year. When we wrote the book, we started off with the town of Mystic, and the Mystic Irish Parade is on page 7. And we've got a 240-page book here. I mean, it's one of our all-time favorite events. And you got quite a few people that show up for this, thousands of people.
Yeah, last year they recorded the attendance at 20,000 people, and we expect that this year to climb from that number.
Wow. Well, those bagpipers, I guess we're looking at the fife and drum corps coming in now. We've got a lot of those in Connecticut, a lot of history here.
Yes, we do. They're from all over the place. They come from Middletown, they come from New London. We got Essex. So, everywhere, which is great to see. It's a good community event.
Well, speaking of community, you've got a lot of different organizations within the community showing up too.
We do. We have New London Rugby. We have a lot of the Girl Scouts which participate. So we have also the Boy Scouts, and then we have a lot of floats from different organizations around the area.
Well, these were the winners last year, weren't they? The Mystic Garden Club?
Yes, the Mystic Garden Club took a prize home last year, and I understand this year that the Mystic Garden Club is celebrating their 100th anniversary and expected to enter another show-stopping float.
Oh, great. Well, look at this, the Irish Setters. They're always good to see.
And they've always been there. From day one, they've been participating.
Well, you got quite a crew showing up from Old Mystic Village.
We do, and then we've got the old Grand Marshals there. We've got Jessica Morrissey.
My cousin.
Okay.
Well, Bill, are you going to be riding in one of these cars?
I think, well, today we were at the house and we were waxing up the Cadillac for the Grand Colleen in the parade in her court. So they'll be riding down a 1962 convertible Cadillac and finding their way down to the reviewing stand at Chelsea Groton Bank.
Nice, real nice. Well, there's all kinds of different groups, and you can't have a parade without the Shriners, can you?
No, you can't. They've always been here as well from day one, and they're, the crowd, especially the kids, they really love to see those guys coming down the road.
How about these guys, your dancing dinos?
Yeah, the dancing dinos, they've been with us the last couple of years.
Very popular amongst the
Very
children.
popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of groups and some pretty cool cars that show up too.
Yeah, plenty of cars. There's people marching as well from New Haven. You get a lot of people, a lot of fire departments from all over the place. From all the neighbouring towns.
Yeah, it's nice to recognize those guys. I mean, they put their lives on the line for us, and it's a good way to have the crowds cheer them on a little bit.
No doubt, and especially when they bring the old, engines and stuff too. It's great to see.
So you're looking for parade volunteers?
We're always looking for parade volunteers. You can go on mysticirishparade.org. There's a volunteer section there, and we'd love to have you participate and volunteer your time.
Probably could use sponsors too.
Ton of sponsors.
Yeah.
Ton of sponsors.
They all help make the parade take place, and also we have tickets with the Mystic Irish Parade Foundation that are available for a trip for two to all expenses paid to Ireland. So if you're looking for tickets for that event, shout us out.
Well, here we are with the parade route again. It starts at Mystic Seaport and ends up, like you say, down by Chelsea Groton Bank and Mystic Museum of Art.
Yes.
So you can line the parade route and cheer all these people on.
And it's like 1 mile long. The weather is going to be great on Sunday. Tomorrow we're going to get a little bit of rain, but Sunday the forecast is going to be good.
Well, that's great. That's great. I'm so proud of you guys putting this on.
Yeah.
Hey, and Bill, I've known you a long time. We're really proud to have you as the Grand Marshal. I mean, Bridget and I are both realtors. Bill's a realtor. We all get along. We're great friends from way back. And it's really cool to see you as Grand Marshal this year.
Well, thank you, Will. It's quite an honor to be the Grand Marshal. I've been in many different community events and commissions in the town and helping the community in whether it be the library or whether it be the garden club or whoever to complete floats for the event. But when I got a call to be the Grand Marshal of the parade, that's kind of the icing on the cake for me.
Yeah, but you weren't just putting flowers on floats. I mean,
No.
you've done so much for multiple chambers of commerce in the area, and your service to the community goes way back. So it's a well-deserved honor that you're getting.
Well, thank you, Will. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's an honor for us as well. To have Bill. He's just a great guy, a great person to have in the community, and we're happy to have him.
Yeah. Well, you also have a lot of other people on your committee putting this together. I mean, this is a year-long event, isn't it? To put it together, it's not something you put together in 2 weeks.
People I don't think they realize how much actually goes into this event. Our parade, we start in September, we get together, we sit down, and then we're meeting from September right up to April. So it gets more intense right before Christmas because we have to do a lot of fundraising. It's an expensive parade to put together. So then, it's like every week we meet from January right up to April. After the parade, there's after parade stuff that needs to be talked about. But there's 13 guys and girls in the committee, and it's a lot of work, and everybody just giving their time. So we appreciate it, and we like to put on a big show. But actually, on the day of the event as well, we need over 100 volunteers, and so it's a big effort from the community to come out and volunteer for us, which we really appreciate.
Are you still looking for volunteers right now?
We're always looking for volunteers.
Okay.
Always looking for volunteers.
Well, this will be coming out on our YouTube channel, or actually the YouTube channel for SEC TV tonight, and we'll get you the URL so we can post it on LinkedIn and Facebook and everywhere else. So we can go from there. But,
It takes so many volunteers and the towns for both Stonington and for Groton to participate. Leo was talking about costs. One of the major costs are for police coverage at that event. All those officers need to be paid for the event and keeping the community safe, making sure that the intersection at exit 90 is flowing until the parade road's closed. So there's a lot of participants making sure that the parade runs smoothly, and Leo and his team at the Mystic Irish Parade do a beautiful job.
Well, when you're talking about traffic like that, I saw today on Patch where we're talking about what roads are going to be closed at what, starting at 12:30 and for an hour after the parade's over. So you might be wanting to check that out. I don't know if you have a list, but
Yeah, I did, Will, and I did talk to Chief Del Grosso in the town for Stonington, and he mentioned that especially for where Route 1 intersects with Greenmanville, that will be closed closer to noontime, and very similarly up to the point where people will no longer be able to come down Route 27 once the parade starts to assemble and get ready to exit the south lot at the Seaport.
now how do people get to be in the parade? I mean, we saw, the rugby club, we saw the floats, we saw Jonathan Dunkley, I mean, how do you get your own float in the parade or get to march in the parade?
The thing about it is there's close to 100 different groups that actually come to the parade. So, we put out the application. The application fills up probably in the beginning of February.
Okay.
Because there's only so much space we have at the Seaport actually to muster everybody there together. So, so people have learned actually every year, they actually ask us after the parade, like, make sure we've got a spot in the parade. So we always, so we always encourage people, like, to, when we do open up the applications, to sign up.
Well, the parade's not the only thing that you do. You've got quite a few different things happening before and after. Bridget and Michael, can you run the video on the events leading up to the parade and after the parade? So we want people to mark their calendars so they can see these different things that are happening.
Well, we got actually the Mystic Irish 5K. The town of Groton actually run that with us. Actually, they run it. It starts in Pearl Street at 9:30 on the day before the parade. So it's it's downriver road. It's the same route as the Tars and Brown run, but it starts at 9:30 and goes on for an hour or two. And then we also have a trip to Ireland raffle. That's on the 7th of April. It costs $5 for a ticket, and that, if you win, which I've seen people just buying 1 or 2 tickets and they win a trip to Ireland, which is, it's a good deal. So that's one of our big fundraisers. So if you are downtown, you see people selling tickets, please try and help us out.
Now, these events took place in February. At Breakfast and Brew at Ryan's Pub?
That's right. That was down at the Ryan's on February 4th. It's kind of a kickoff for what we do during the year, selling tickets and get everything going. And then we have the meet and greet, which is everybody goes to meet Bill, and that's on the 22nd, which is tomorrow evening.
Well, that'll be standing room only.
That's at the engine room, which has a lot of room in it. So please come down and enjoy us for a little fun before we enter into the parade festivities for the weekend.
Well, that's pretty cool. That'll be a lot of fun. Now, I know I marched in the parade behind my cousin when she was Grand Marshal back in 2010. Bridget and I held the banner, for her. And it was so much fun just waving and talking to everybody as you're walking down. You're going to be able to do that. I doubt seriously you're going to ride in a SUV like.
No, I'm going in my former New Haven Spirit, where they always wore tux and tail and top hats. So I'll be walking that parade, and I'll be joined by my favorite little puppy who will join me that day on walking the route of the parade. So it's very exciting. It's a great day to join the Irish community, and everybody's Irish on the Mystic Irish Parade in Mystic. The whole community enjoys that parade, and it's a great time to come out.
Now, we go to the parade by the statue in the circle in front of CVS and watch as it turns off of Broadway onto East Main. But what are the best vantage points of watching the parade?
I think actually just what you mentioned, CVS is a good place to watch. But the great thing about Mystic is, and even for the people marching there, it's a flat area. So you're not dealing with any hills or anything like that, which, talking to the people that actually go to parades week in, week out, and they're marching the parades, they love the Mystic parade because it's only a mile long, it's flat. But as regards watching it, every place is a good viewing point. But the CVS is a good viewing point, I would say, down by the bridge. is really good. But then as you go into, say, downtown Bank Square, right there by Mystic Pizza, on the hill, it's actually a great viewing point to see actually the whole parade come down through the street until they make the turn onto Water Street.
Oh, that's got to be a great view from there.
Great view. Yeah.
And we have restaurants that have great views as
Yes,
well. I'm
yeah.
thinking of a Bravo Bravo who usually pulls their windows all the way up and people get to enjoy it from their venue. And there's a couple of new restaurants on the turn by Water Street that'll be lifting up their venues as well. So it's a good time to enjoy the parade in Mystic, and it's a great day for the vendors and the community because the party continues well beyond the conclusion of the parade for sure.
There might be a few folks at one of those restaurants.
I think so.
You know,
Well, 20,000 people showing up last year. I mean, that's a big number. I mean, that's got to be one of the bigger events that happens in Eastern Connecticut.
without doubt it is. I think 20,000 is a little bit lower than what was there personally myself.
Yeah, I've heard 30,000 on some occasions. But, if the weather is 60 degrees and sunny, then you're going to get more people.
It is, no doubt about it, but I would encourage people that if they are coming to the parade, make sure you come here early. 95 will shut down because it shuts down every year. There's so many people coming into town. There's only so much parking in town. So get in early, and stroll around the town, enjoy, there's plenty of places to have breakfast in town, maybe grab lunch and, just give yourself time to come into the parade.
Now, one other event that we haven't talked about at all, and it's because I didn't know who got appointed or who got elected or who got chosen, is the Colleen.
Yes, the Grand Colleen actually this year, it's an event that we started the last couple of years. So her name is Gillian Riley.
Okay.
So she's going to be participating this year as well.
And she has a court too, Will. So she has two assistants that are part of the Queen's Court that'll be on that float as well.
Oh, is that why you're shining up the car somewhat?
My nephew is home shining up that '62 convertible Caddy as we speak. It will be ready for Sunday morning.
So what goes into being a Colleen, and what is that a?
The Colleens for their the Irish heritage. It's somebody that's usually a younger person, and so somebody's proud of their heritage, and they put in an application, and that's basically it.
Now, you talked about parade volunteers. What would a volunteer do during the parade?
The parade volunteers got a lot of different jobs to do. You're working in the parking lot, which is very important because everything has to come out in order for that day to come on to leave the Seaport and actually come on the parade route. You got people down in Mystic because you got parade marshals all the way along the route, and then at the end of the parade, you got to make sure that when they actually go past the reviewing stand, that they don't stop. They got to keep going down towards the DPI. So you don't want anybody stopping, because if they stop, it kind of holds up the whole parade. We like to run the parade like in an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like it starts at 1 o'clock. We like to have the parade over at 3 o'clock. But all these people working, volunteering are key to actually having everything moving freely during the parade. There's no holdups.
Well, I'm sure visitors to the area who don't know the parade is going on don't want to find out that the bridge is closed. I mean, the bridge might be down, but it's closed.
Yeah.
And you said that was another good viewing spot.
It's a good viewing spot, a great viewing spot. It's a really nice area there. Just going over the bridge, how can you beat that?
You might be able to get an ice cream there too.
The ice cream shop will be open.
Certainly will be.
It'll be open.
Yeah, there's and you mentioned your sponsors too. And I'm sure you appreciate all the support you get from the area.
Oh, without doubt. We can't have a parade without the people sponsoring us. The parade, we do all the fundraising ourselves. We don't get help from anybody. It's entirely down to the parade committee to actually come up with these funds to have the parade. So it's key that the locals sponsor us, and they do. And they look forward to it every year. I think it's after being winter every year in New England, I think that people look at the parade as like, it's kind of springtime, it's time to get outside. So that's the way we like to look at it. And this Sunday, sure enough, the weather's going to be nice again. So,
Yeah, this year I do sales work as you do with real estate, and this year will be the first year that Berkshire Hathaway has entered a float in the parade. And, luckily we were able to get in because as Leo said, it's becoming a more and more popular parade each year. More and more people want to be a part of it, and you just have to realize that at some point it's expanded to a point where you can no longer accommodate. But most of the people are satisfied, and we'll see how it goes on Sunday.
Oh, it's a great thing to cheer them on, and I like the way you do it too. The division sponsors, they had the different banner, and there's, usually a local sponsor taking care of the group that's coming in behind them.
Yes.
Yes.
And you know what? Some of the sponsors, like we got Levine Distributing, F&F. Some really people that come in every year from day one. Because when we started this parade, like in 2003, we didn't have any money, and there's actually some of the pipe bands for the first year helped us out. They didn't even charge us, for participating. So that's what it takes to get something started. And after the first year we did it, you could tell people really enjoyed it. But at the beginning, we wouldn't be able to do it without sponsors.
Well, you can understand why a pipe band would need to get paid, because there's got to be a lot that goes into just gas to get you there. Never mind the uniforms that they wear and the instruments that they play. You say there's a lot of money that goes into the parade, but there's a lot of money that goes into all the groups that are in the parade.
Well, without doubt, because those bagpipes and, as you say, they're everything that goes with it. It's a lot of money. They might march maybe in 5, maybe 7 or 8 parades during the year. So, for them, especially a lot of the local ones like the Mystic guys and New London guys, they love the Mystic Parade, obviously, because they're in front of all their own people. It's great.
I mean, I worked in Westbrook for over 20 years, and the fife and fife and drum corps are unbelievable over there. The sailing masters that show up, you got out of Essex, you've got the Patriots out of Deep River, you got the Westbrook. They have these things called musters, and it's a parade, but it's it's not bagpipes. It's and then they go into the night. I mean, you try to end the parade at 3 o'clock and tell people to go get something to eat at a local restaurant. No, they hang out in the parking lot, beating the drums and playing away.
And a lot of people have said to me, well, why are you late and Mystic on the parade of being March 24th? And that's strategically by the Mystic Irish Parade Committee to be able to attract those bands that have commitments in New Haven, Newport, Hartford, to be able to attract them, make sure that they can sign on to be in the Mystic Parade, which is a great idea.
And they're great bands too. I mean, they're from all over. I mean, they play well. They march well. I mean, it's fun to watch.
Right.
Actually, we have more pipe bands than New Haven or Boston, believe it or not. Our little town
Than Boston?
Yeah.
Little town of Mystic.
Wow. Wow. I mean, that's pretty special. How did you attract Yukon and your dancing dinos or dinos or whatever they're called?
There's one of the parade committee actually had a connection up there and reached out, and that's when they came down. They decided to participate, and it's great. They're a lot of fun.
Oh, the people have a ball watching them. I mean, and I imagine it's a little tough learning how to walk in one of those outfits. But they seem to enjoy it, running up to all the little kids, bending over and patting them on the head, and the kids, oh.
It is, and also we got the cadets come over as well. The coasties come over and they help out. They volunteer. Because right after the parade, you can imagine, you got 25,000 people in town. And now parade's over. So we have to go and we have to break everything down. But then with the cadets and all of us there, we start from one end of Mystic and we go all the way back to a whole parade route, and we make sure that everything's picked up, garbage and stuff like that. Just things happen. So we just want to make sure that Mystic is left the way that it was before the parade and after the parade.
Yeah, and you talked earlier about the numbers of people coming into Mystic from all over Connecticut and also in from Rhode Island. And as a police commissioner in the town of Stonington, our number one mission is to make sure everything is done safely and traffic is under control. So you'll see in this parade all the floats and the people that are marching. Nothing is thrown like candy or any of that business from the parade floats. It's a safety issue for children in particular, who may want to dart into a float for a piece of chocolate or a piece of candy. So then none of that is allowed, and that's by design for that parade to keep it safe. So it's all a good thing.
Oh, that's great. Is there anything, well, we just got a couple minutes left here before they're going to shut us off, but anything you want to say to everybody out there that, you want them to know about the Mystic Irish Parade?
What I'd like to say about the parade is, come Sunday, forecast is bad for Saturday, but we're okay for Sunday. It's going to be nice. So come to Mystic early, enjoy all what Mystic has to offer. We'd love to see you there. The parade is about 2 hours long. It's a great way for kids to enjoy all the different groups, all the pipe bands, and we'd just love to see you come here.
I'd just like to thank Leo and his parade committee for having nominated me to be the Grand Marshal of the parade. I got this fancy sash that I'm going to be wearing on the parade route on Sunday, and look forward to all the excitement that it brings to Mystic and to families.
Oh, that's great. Like I said before, it was right in the very beginning of the book, where on page 7. And let me just read quickly. I got a Mystic Irish Parade, my favorite. Mystic's annual Irish Parade has grown to become the largest parade in the region, drawing over 2,000 enthusiastic participants and captivating more than 30,000 spectators. Organized by the Mystic Irish Parade Foundation, this volunteer-driven nonprofit organization is committed to raising funds for local charities. So tell us a little bit about the charities.
The local charities, we support a lot of local charities would be, the Girl Scouts. We do a lot for the town of Groton and Stonington with their schools, with their different groups. They volunteer, the kids come in and volunteer that day for different things that we need to get done that day. So we do give a lot back to that, back to those different groups, which is a lot.
Well, it's fun, we looked into the Mystic Irish Parade when we were writing the book, and it sounded kind of strange. Was it 2003? You had 5 or 6 guys sitting around, let's have a parade?
Well, it actually happened to Harp and Hound, myself and a man by the name of Bill Andrews. Because I opened the Harp and Hound the year before, and I just happened to walk down through Mystic and in March, and it was like a ghost town, and I was like, I think this town kind of needs a parade. So
well, thank you so much.
But I didn't realize it was going to be this big and this successful. But it's a community event. It's not just obviously we've got the board, but it's everybody out in the whole area. It's a community event. They all help out in some way. They do help out.
Well, thank you so much.
And thank you too, by the way, for having us on today. We appreciate that.
Yep.
All right, well, that's the show for today. We've got Connecticut Audubon Society coming up, but make sure you go to the parade this weekend. You'll enjoy it big time. Take us out, Bridget AI.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channels at Mystic 2 Westerly and at SEC TV 1. Please join our group on Facebook and like my Facebook page. Let me explain Mystic to Westerly to you. Mystic is actually part Groton and part Stonington. Stonington Borough and Pawcatuck are also part of Stonington. 2 towns, 2 states make one community. Watch Hill and Misquamicut Beach are part of Westerly. Connecticut Route 2 starts in Pawcatuck, goes through North Stonington, into Ledyard, and Preston, to Norwich. It goes across the river into Uncasville, and more of New London County on its way to Hartford. New London County is also home to Waterford, East Lyme, Niantic, and Old Lyme. Basically, we enjoy living in southeastern Connecticut and southern Rhode Island. Thank you for watching Nautical Tales and Nature Trails. We hope you enjoyed it.